If you've been thinking about selling your home in St. Louis and you've been waiting for the right time, I want to give you an honest answer today. Not a sales pitch, not the generic, it's always a great time to sell answer. Real numbers, real data, real talk about what the St. Louis home market looks like right now in spring 2026. And at the end of this video, you'll know exactly where you stand. Let's start with the big picture. The median sold price across the St. Louis metro area in March of 2026 was $320,000. That's up a whopping 8% compared to last March. If you own a home in this market, your equity has been quietly growing, which is great. Now, yes, nationally, some markets are starting to crack. Prices are being cut and homes are sitting on the market. But St. Louis is not one of those markets. We are outperforming. Prices are appreciating, demand is real, and we have a key advantage that most people don't talk about. Our homes are roughly 22% below the national median sales price. That's not a weakness. That's actually a magnet. That's opportunity for buyers to start growing some wealth through home ownership that's not necessarily as easily attainable in other metro areas around the United States. Things that have changed in the spring that sellers like yourself should be aware of is that mortgage rates have dropped into the low 6% range. We're talking 6.1 to 6.4% on a 30-year fixed rate as of April 2026. Now, I know that probably doesn't sound as exciting as the 3% rates that we saw a few years ago, but the truth of that is a lot of buyers have been sitting on the market when we were closer to that 8%. So when the rates started ticking down, buyers started coming off the sidelines and we saw home activity showings and open houses getting busier, inquiries about properties picking up, and so momentum has shifted thanks to the rate drop. The spring window right now that's taking place is shaping up to be one of the strongest buying and selling spring markets we've seen in the last couple of years. The buyers are out there shopping. The question is your home going to get in front of them? Now let's talk some inventory. Because for sellers, you need to be paying close attention to what inventory is doing. We currently have about 3 months of supply across the metro area. Year over year, our inventory is actually down roughly 10%. So what does that mean for you as a seller? It means that yes, while the market has normalized from 2020 and it's not the frenzy of the pandemic years anymore, listings that are properly positioned are still selling very quickly. It feels almost like it did prior to 2023 when the rate started to increase the first place. So it is getting competitive. With inventory being as tight as it is, your home's value is going to remain strong and well-positioned homes are selling in a weekend. Here's where some nuances matter. Not all homes are going to sell equally. Turnkey properties in strong school districts are still seeing multiple offers and going under contract super fast. For example, St. Charles County, specifically O'Fallon, Wentzville, St. Peters areas, homes are selling in an average of about 30 days. Homes in West County are selling in an average of about 33 days. Now, that's not a slow market. That's healthy and functioning as it should be. And if your home is well updated, well priced, and presented, you are attracting a very active buyer pool that is eager to find a good home right now. Even if your home isn't super updated, if you have it properly cleaned and decluttered and priced for the updates and or repairs that it really needs, buyers are still willing to submit offers on it and move forward. Is now a good time to sell? Here's my honest answer. After 9 years in this market and almost 400 closings in the area, if your home is clean and priced right, yes, the spring of 2026 is a legitimate window. Buyers are active, rates are more manageable than they were the last 6 months, and prices are still appreciating. If your home needs some significant work or repairs, it can be a little bit different. You have two options. One, you can invest in some updates and make some repairs to help move the needle, or you can price it appropriately for its condition. What you cannot do is price it as if it's a turnkey property when it isn't one. That's where sellers are going to lose. The sellers who are winning right now in our market are the ones who go into this process with an accurate expectation, the right pricing strategy, and a plan for presentation of their home. The sellers who are struggling are the ones who are chasing the 2020 market as if we were still there when we are now in the 2026 environment. It's important to remember your listing price is a starting point that is going to incentivize buyers to come and see your home and hopefully submit some offers. When properties are well positioned in this market, the market's going to do its thing and bring you offers to sell your home very quickly. If you're serious about selling your home this year, here's what I'd like to tell you to do right now. First, start with a real conversation about what your home's value is, not the Zestimate or any other online valuation of your home, not what your neighbor's house sold for 2 years ago. Get a current comparative market analysis based on what homes in your neighborhood are actually selling for today. Second, take a hard look at your home. Walk through it as if you were a buyer. What things need to be fixed, what things don't look great. Knowing what the buyer sees when they're walking into that house to make adjustment is going to give you leverage. And third, have your timeline in mind. Are you buying next? Are you staying local? Are you relocating? Your selling strategy is really going to be dependent on your personal situation. There's not a generic one-size-fits-all approach that's going to work for everyone, and you don't want to go in expecting that because it will cost you. The St. Louis market is not perfect, but hey, no market is. But compared to other parts of the market or the country, we know right now we have a strong position. If you own a home here and you've been wondering whether the window is closed, it hasn't. But windows definitely don't stay open forever, and the spring season is definitely really hot right now. If you want to talk through your specific situation, what your home's worth, what your timing looks like, and what the process completely involves, call or text me. My number is 314-947-3791. And I'm Spencer Agetta, broker and one of owners of Elevate Realty. I'd love to help you make smart decisions, whether that's selling this spring or waiting until the time is right for you. And if this video was beneficial, click the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.